Alfade Yanum Kola sikani yedini yanum Angi sikani yedini yanum Buguni sikani yedini yanum Emana jen yedini yanum Mese mana jen yedini yanum Bangi sikani yedini yanum Buguni sikani yedini yanum Mese mana
Salamu iku asememe maleko. Today you see right now. Yeah, Abby. Who? Come. Yeah, Charlie, can you come?
Alfade Yanum Kola sikani yedini yanum Angi sikani yedini yanum Buguni sikani yedini yanum Emana jen yedini yanum Mese mana jen yedini yanum Bangi sikani yedini yanum Buguni sikani yedini yanum Mese mana jen yedini yanum Ayamana jen yedini yanum Mana jen yedini yanum Mana jen yedini yanum Mana jen yedini yanum Yedini yanum Mi chat menum Minya sika pe mi sinu menum Mekani aso mekani anu Mekai sika medieti mi si edum Disi apa Ezama riya gumi yempa Entampi amatri yako mi mumpa Rosa me ye gume chipa Merurade Disi apa Ezama riya yako mi mumpa Entampi amatri yako mi mumpa Rosa me ye gume chipa Kola sikani yedini yanum Angi sikani yedini yanum Buguni sikani yedini yanum Emana jen yedini yanum Mese mana jen yedini yanum Bangi sikani yedini yanum Buguni sikani yedini yanum Mese mana jen yedini yanum Ayamana jen yedini yanum Mana jen yedini yanum Mana jen yedini yanum
Ejuma bi pa na me ye ni se. Hey. Tu me froka pa frikuma se bene nam regan. Sa Pabla hinche ameka azanti. Chirim pelenti. Ha. Ejuma de me ye bi ba omo boa. La me nko ba bi kwa. Aha no kwa na menya ha establishment na mawie. And I guess we no crack. Guess ne wahani nyina so dey amachis kaniba wa. Guess ne wahano e dey amachis kaniba ho. Enye lose kwa. Me di hache. Ha. I'm from home flower woman. So my house is out. Wow. Cause in the parliament me a check grant party any kuma se kro ba yere rough.
Charlie, a little busy. So I know how we go do. I do what you have there to their side.
Here we go.
What's up? This guy.
Like it. Aka Ebeneza. Aka. Legon.
What's your name?
My name is Kofi Kwate. Yeah,
Pablo. What's your name? Pablo.
Yeah. Now like it, now hey. Like it.
Hey.
Like it. Huh? Aka.
So which one?
Me.
Legon. Happy. Happy the walk.
I don't walk.
Oh, I see. You don't walk plus who? Charlie Happy. Yeah. Pretty girls. Great things. So Happy.
Yeah.
Abi, you go say your name to me.
Yeah.
What be the name?
Iba.
Iba.
Yeah.
Ibai. Evi. Don't say Eva. Evi. Evi. So you are a Vigan girl, so you can pronounce Eva.
Okay, Eva. Yeah.
And you Agnes.
Touch your mate.
Mate. It's not mate. It's a mite.
Mate.
Mite. Why? Or say mite. Why? Or
Mate.
yeah. That's all it is. So I gotta go.
Okay.
So we shall meet later. Okay.
Later.
Okay.
Legend.
Yo. Oh, Charlie Hardy.
Legend.
I mean, you finish.
Legend. Yeah.
You go finish up.
Yeah.
You go finish up.
Legend.
Oh, hey, Charlie. I be at the go. They twice they go. Hey, they twice they go. So can you come? Okay.
Fuera from Chingoto couldn't get it back in. 3 tournament points saved. Hear the cry of Fuera. And he tried. Back to Juice we go. What a chance. There's the Fuera again. Gets it back in play this time. And Galan's long. In fact, he's not. Landed in. Cuello, though, responds. He punches the air. 4 points in a row from that position. They are not going quietly here. There is the hold of serve. 3 tournament points gone for Chingoto and Galan.
For today's game, Al-Haji Alao Mahamat of Chad. And there the VAR officials watching on, waiting to see if they are required for any big decisions, and they would likely be very big decisions now at this stage. As for Zamalek's 11, chosen by Jose Gomez, their Portuguese head coach, it remains Mohamed Awad, taking on goalkeeping responsibilities, as he has done for most of the tournament. It's a 4-3-3 in front of him. Omar Geba, captain, is joined by Matt Lauti, Abdelmajid Fatou in that back 4, Kamal, Emad and Jaziri, the midfield 3. And up front, Samson Akinyula is flanked by Mustafa Shalabi and the infamous Zizo. So the referee blows the whistle and away we go in Kumasi. The Total Energies CAF Champions League semi-final between Dreams FC and Zamalek. The all-important second leg. Dreams in their traditional green and black, shooting from left to right as we watch on in this first 45. Zamalek in there all white with a little red trim. Stay on the front foot here. Slightly mishit shot, in truth, is comfortably gathered up by Solomon Agbazi. Reassuring first touch for the young keeper. Safe Edin Jaziri with the rather mishit shot. Well, the Ghanaians in the crowd will try to make themselves the 12th man where possible over the next 90 minutes. stadium might not be quite full. Hardly surprising though. Capacity of over 40,000. And we are a few hours drive from Dreams' normal home and their own Theatre of Dreams in Daewoo. Officially the Daewoo Sports Stadium, but affectionately known as the Theatre of Dreams, of course, mirroring the nickname of Old Trafford, Manchester United's famous home ground. But here the Baba Yara Stadium. Well, can Dreams fulfill their own dreams in this particular theatre? And Jaziri again throwing himself about up front and pressuring Solomon Agbazi. It'll be a goal kick. Not short of running though the Tunisian in the early moments. So first venture forward for Abdelaziz Issa, and hear the excitement in the crowd. Ball into the box, it's missed by Mohamed Awad. The referee had blown the whistle though, much to the chagrin of the Dreams home faithful. Threatening ball in. Boateng Mensah up to challenge the keeper. Not challenging fairly though in the eyes of the referee. Again, as they have throughout the tournament, Dreams aren't afraid to get forward. Derek Aguier, easily picked out. Both he and Emmanuel Aguier with the rarely seen tucked-in shirts. Very differing figures though. Stocky Derek Aguier on fullback duty, with Emmanuel Aguier keeping things ticking over in midfield. Rangy midfielder. Sulemana Suhiini on the opposite flank to take the throw. Teams with decent spell of possession here early on. It'd be good to settle any nerves. This is such uncharted territory for them. Abdelaziz Issa doesn't seem to feel any nerves, as you can see as he tries his luck from range there. As I said in the introduction, it was a screamer. He scored on match day 3. Got the scoring underway in that particular match, a 5-goal thriller as it proved to be between themselves and Lobito. It's one of a number of goals for the teenager during this tournament. He is joint top scorer. One of the sensations of the tournament, 18 years old, 4 goals, one on match day 2, 3, 4 and 6, 2 assists as well. Yeah, the players he is joint top scorer with, one of them is on the pitch, John Antwi, man sitting in front of him, the number 10. Also those set to play in the other semi-final tie between USM Alger and RS Berkane. Respective centre forwards Abdoulaye Kanu and Paul Bassen. All very much up to play for. Still in the hunt for the golden boot. 4 players on 4. Another 7 on 3 goals. One of those is Zizou. McCarthy Afori questioning the referee's decision. Did rather clatter into the back of Samson Akinyula, who sent a few daggers in the way of the centre-back. No harm done though. Zamalek take their free kick. more patient approach to the plate of the visitors. They happily keep the ball and pass it around, try and frustrate Dreams and make them work and expend energy. It's given away there carelessly though to Godfrey Atuahene, and here come Dreams. That's another ball. Always looking for the killer ball. Boateng Mensah on the run this time. See the hashtag there, join in the conversation. Total Energies CAF CC, let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering on. What is getting you off your seat in this second Confederation Cup semi-final? It is officially semi-final 2. It is the first to be played though on this particular Sunday. Uzma and Ares Bakan set to play a little later this evening in Morocco. Of course, some controversy about the first leg, match that never was. Ultimately forfeited by Uzma. 3-0 win handed to Bakan. So the Algerian side will have to go some to turn that one around. Here though, it remains very much in the balance. Still waiting, the deadlock to be broken in the tie. Will it be done so now? Ball into the middle was from Mustafa Shalabi. Referee had blown the whistle as they battled on the left wing. Derek Ege getting out on top. Anyway, diving in. Suhiyini bailed out by a slightly overhit cross from the man who skipped past him. Bazi with the goal kick, which is missed down the other end. And there's space here for Suhiyini. Looks to find his way past Hossam Abdelmajid. Does so and earns a free kick in a dangerous position. Just delayed a little too late for the pass of the overlap, but then a shimmy, burst of acceleration. And Abdelmajid was forced to pull back his opposite number and give away the free kick. Abdelmajid, one of the younger members of the Zamalek side, a little less experienced. Is that what's happened there? Turns 23 on Tuesday. Has he just given a gift to Dreams? It's a shot on target. Free kick was comfortable enough, I think, in truth, for Mohamed Awad. Still need to be dealt with and pushed away by the Egyptian keeper. Space for Omar Geba. To have struck a hand. I think a few appeals there from the Zamalek players. Referee not interested. More tough battling in the middle of the park. And this time, Zayed Kamal giving the ball away. After take on a man. A dinked ball. Of their Confederation Cup games here in Kumasi. Another nice dinked ball in, and an inventive effort which nearly caught out Obazi. Ahmed Fatou finding himself in the box, the left back trying an audacious flick over the top of Agbazi. And it nearly came off as well. Tipped over in the end by the Dreams keeper. A nervy moment, of course, aware of how big an away goal will be for Zamalek here. They have a corner now, and there is the away goal. Well, they had to wait over 90 minutes to break the deadlock, but it is done by Hamza Matlauti. And just as I mentioned, the away goal, thus it appears in what is a huge moment for this tie. Dreams will now have to score 2, or it will be the end of their dream run. Matlauti sneaking in. Was allowed to drop all the way to his boots, not even a header. In truth, a little disappointing from the Dreams backline. It was a decent corner. They were just a little stationary, statuesque, and they've been punished for it after a promising and lively start. Dreams now with it all to do. I'd argue, though, this is their comfort zone. They tend to fall behind. They love turning around a match in this tournament. And immediately out with Aguier on the left back. They'll look to strike straight back. Antwi challenging for the ball. Well, the Moroccans in the crowd, making themselves known, making all the noise for now. Through the fog of the flares, Dreams will have their first corner. Taken by Issa. Took an area, headed away. Aguier fires it high into the air. It found Issa, but in an offside position. Tight call, but just about the right one, I think. Issa, who started this journey so long ago. He's a 17-year-old with the opening goal in the Ghana FA Cup final. It was a win over King Faisal, which saw the club secure its first ever piece of silverware and earn its spot in this competition, its first ever journey into continental football. Spoke about the use on the field rather. It's a very young club as well, not just in terms of its personnel. Only formed in 2009 and then promoted to the second tier of the Ghanaian Soccer League in 2014. A decade later, they're in the final 4 of Africa's second most prestigious tournament. They sealed promotion to the Ghana Premier League in 2015, but were relegated in December. Just over a year later, due to an anomaly with the registration of a player. Returned in 2018 though, finished a best ever 6th. Been a bit up and down since. Relegation scare in 2020, finishing 13th, just 1 point above the drop zone. Bounced back to 7th, dropped back to 13th. Last year, much their best of 6th. True to yo-yoing form though, they are currently struggling, down in 15th. Another Issa free kick punched away by Mohamed Awad. Yes, Dreams 15th after 24 games this campaign, dangerously close to the drop zone again. Just 1 place and 0 points above it. They do though have 3 or 4 games in hand on the rest of the table, which is so tightly packed. 4 wins would move them up to 3rd. So a fascinating end to the Ghanaian season in store. Well, they have a fascinating end to this tournament as well. Or will it end here? Will that prove too big of a mountain? Aziz Issa will hope to play his part in ensuring that's not the case. His free kick there was low. Not sure the exact intended target. Didn't find it, but remains with Dreams. In particular, Emmanuel Aguier. and Antwi back to win possession back. Not for long though, and Zamalek this time will look to break. I think we'll see the Egyptian Giants drop a little deeper. They are often ruthlessly efficient, getting the job done, and with one away goal to their names here, I think they will look to defend it very cautiously. For now though, plenty of players in the Dreams half and they could double their advantage. It was a scuffed shot though from a good 25 or so metres out. Not Zizo's best. Player of such talent. Scored the winning penalty in the 2019 Confederation Cup final. He was in a shootout, holding his nerve. Proud moment. When he's looking to match here. Spoke about Dreams' heritage. Zamalek's is a far older and more decorated tale. They have won 5 CAF Champions League titles, 1 Confederation Cup, 1 African Cup Winners' Cup and 4 CAF Super Cup titles, becoming the first Egyptian team to win the Super Cup when they beat hard rivals Al Ahly in the 1994 edition. And a free kick there. Tension simmering a little. Genuine attempt at the ball. I think it's the point being made by the Dreams players, but it was only a chunk of the player. It's Ahmed Fatou, the man who took the whack in the back of the head. Allows for a cooling break effectively for the Zamalek players. Humidity up in the 70s, temperature in the high 20s. Not the most challenging conditions I'm sure these players have encountered. African football has certainly produced worse. Nonetheless, with the heat of the moment in terms of the pressure and the situation, plus a fair old chunk of ambient heat, I'm sure any refreshments will be welcomed over the course of the 90 minutes. Speaking of Zamalek's trophy cabinet, it's been a while since they've lifted the Champions League, with their wins coming in 1984, 86, 93, 96 and 2002. They were pretty close in 2020, beaten by rivals again, Al Ahly, in the final. Warning there for Mohamed Awad about time wasting in just the 20th minute. Referee Al Haji Mahamat making clear visual signals that much more time wasting, and they'll be sure to hand out a yellow card, and he has VAR at his disposal if required. Jaziri certainly in a far more offensive position than expected. His Dreams in the offensive position here. Their biggest moment so far. Aginim Boateng Mensah into the box, goes down holding his ankle. Will VAR get involved? Was it just a strike of the turf that's caused him the pain? Took it well on his head. Was there a collision with the backtracking Fatou? Boateng Mensah still down. I hope this won't be the end of his semi-final. I'm not sure what Zizo is displeased about, trying to encourage the player up. It's their players who have already been warned about time wasting. And this appears to be a genuine problem, unfortunately, for Aginim Boateng Mensah. Will there be a big decision for Abdul Karim Zito to make early on? Maybe forced into trying to remove one of his most likely goal scorers from the game. Number 10 has scored 3 in the tournament overall, including the qualifiers. Played 12 games. Only Antwi and Atua Heni have played more. Certainly a limp. He'll be able to continue. Still being checked out by the medics. Certainly no sign of a VAR intervention. I think fair enough. From the replays, I couldn't see any contact between either of the Zamalek defenders and Boateng Mensah, but a warning sign for the Egyptians of what their hosts can do. Looking to demonstrate it again here. Bursting forwards is Suhiyini. Wasn't the best pass back from Aguier, but bailed out by a teammate and Dream straight back on the attack. Issa. Nice ball out to the left. It's whipped in early, but a little too strongly. Over everyone and out for a goal kick. Boateng Mensah back on the pitch, seemingly moving easily enough. It was centre-back Boateng with that ball in. Mohamed Awad sends it left to Fatu. Kamal. Chased back. Here's a Dream throw, in fact. Fatih isn't afraid to venture forwards. Comfortable with the ball at his feet, as clearly Kamal has a handful of Abdulaziz Issa's shirt. Gets a warning, if not in the shape of a yellow card, at least a verbal one from the referee. Ball all the way over to Aguier on the left. He looks to pull it back, but only finds Nabil Emad. A little over a quarter of this second leg gone. Dreams no doubt disappointed to have conceded, but their heads don't tend to drop. And they've come back from behind so many times in this competition. If they fall 2 behind though, they really might be in trouble with the away goals rule. Aguier not able to keep it in. Zamalek's single Confederation Cup triumph was more recent than their Champions League triumphs, coming back in 2019, the year before that most recent loss in the Champions League final. There they beat RS Bakan, their fellow semi-finalists here, on penalties after each side won one leg 1-0. Mahmoud Allah is still with the team. Scored the all-important equaliser in the second leg. And then one of the penalties in the shootout. Here's the chance for Dreams. It's fallen to Antwi and goes over the bar. There's another ball forwards. Awad pumps up. Again, it was just a little careless, trying to play it out from the back. Misplaced pass by Emad, and Dreams don't hang about. Lofted ball in. Boateng Mensah tried to flick it on. Antwi tried to get to the loose ball. Neither really succeeded in the target. Certainly neither hit the target. This time it's Dreams giving it away. It's Jaziri. Tafatu. Shalabi gets it back. It's to whip it in. By hook or by crook, finds Akinyula! Zamalek take control. And their number 9 makes it 2. And Dreams now with it all to do. Here was nice build-up play. I think I might have given Shalabi too little credit from the reverse angle. Looks like an intended pass, and certainly fully intentional from Akinyula. Buying a little space and then finding the very bottom corner beyond the despairing dive of Solomon Agbazi. Keeper looks on. Akinyula with his first goal of the tournament. Not a bad time to do it. Nigerian-born Benin international. Joined pretty recently, certainly in the terms of Zamalek's squad, which has plenty of players who've been around for many years. Joined from Caracas FC in Venezuela. Before that, playing in Slovakia. He's had an interesting career so far. And this will be a highlight of it, I'm sure. Nicely done by Agye. Bursting forwards, Dreams aren't giving up just yet. There is still over an hour to play. Plenty of time for anything to happen. And it's through to Antwi, but the experienced striker coming back from an offside position. This, of course, was always the danger of failing to score away in Egypt in the first leg. Which has been fairly balanced, but it might be about to get away from them here. It's with Jaziri, keeps it in. And Dreams will win a free kick in their own box, thankfully. I think they just need to steady the ship a little. The only way they know how to play is full-blooded on the attack, but they just need to steady their heads, keep their heads rather, after the blow of conceding the second. Issa turns away, looks for the 1-2. Big tackle from Hossam Abdelmajid. Issa wins a free kick. Live wire as ever. The youngster was the discovery of the season in Ghana. Won the award for discovery of the season last year. Lost the player of the season narrowly to Samuel Adomantwi. Not bad for an 18-year-old though. 17 for much of that campaign. He has taken the continent by storm as well in the Confederation Cup. And he produced the goods again here at the most crucial time. Well, it was a decent free kick, cleared away to Agye, who produced a less decent effort on goal. It's leaning back. He struggled to get it past the goal scorer, Samson Akinyula, who'd come out to close down the angle anyway. Well, here is the official calling break, having had a bonus one a little earlier whilst Akinim Bertingwenta was checked over by the medics. There you see, as I mentioned, 78%, 28 degrees. So what, you feel it, those kind of conditions when you're playing football. Perhaps a good opportunity though for Dreams to take stock and get a few reassuring words from the manager, Abdul Karim Zito. He said he was so proud of him for getting just this far. Anything really was a bonus. From the knockouts on, I was pleased to be involved. It has been an astonishing fairy tale story. The experience of the Goliath in this scenario appears to be telling. Wonderfully taken finish from Samson Akinyula. Little step over to create the space. Abdul Jalulu looking to get over to his left, but couldn't do so quite quickly enough. And Matt Loughty, who set them on their way a little earlier from the corner. Well, their nickname is Still Believe, and that's what it says on the back of the shirts. And that's what they have to do. I'm sure Zito reminding them how far there is still to go, and of the number of times during this tournament in which they've come back from the dead. And there you go. Mistakes can creep in. You least expect it. Under absolutely no pressure, Mohamed Awad only finding the touchline with his goal kick. One back by Aguier. Antwi battles and manages to flick it through to his strike partner, Boateng Mensah. Aguier back to Boateng. A more composed spell of possession here for Dreams. Not immediately looking for the killer ball. Issa, a change of direction. He's looking to do something special, something magical with that left boot. Aguier puts it in with his left boot. It's over Boateng Mensah and Antwi, but picked up by Suhiyini. Here's Issa again. Suhiyini closed down by Akinyula. It will be a Dreams throw, potentially a long throw from the 20-year-old fullback. Looks for Boateng Mensah, who challenged not once but twice. Zamalek struggling to thoroughly clear their lines here though. There's a nice change of direction from Atu Ahene. Springs away from 1, 2, 3, plays it into Antwi. Can't get the shot away, turns away, does eventually, but it was a half-hearted shot as he fell and straight into the arms of Awad. But that is the kind of play the Dreams have produced in this tournament to get this far. Antwi maybe had to take it first time. 2 bites of the cherry. As we cut back, it's down the other end of the pitch, but offside flag seemingly up against Saifeddin Jaziri. He's been heavily involved early on, the Tunisian. Well, for a team full of Egyptians, it is 2 of the only 3 non-Egyptians on the score sheet for Zamalek. Matt Loughty, also Tunisian, alongside Jazirian, as mentioned, Akinyula, Nigerian-born Benin international. Here come the Ghanaians. It's back to Antwi, and he's fluffed his lines. 2 big chances in as many minutes. It was unselfish from Boateng Mensah. Seemingly something's happened here off the ball. Tensions flaring. Great play, Antwi initially to Boateng Mensah. The 1-2 after more good work from Atu Ahene. Ball bouncing, and Antwi only able to sky it. Difficult technique, but one he'd have expected better from himself. We saw the felled player in the near ground of that long shot. I think some talk of VAR. Of course it is there. We'll see exactly what's gone on and whether this is likely to be a permanent change required for Zamalek. Medic still on. Hasn't done much to dampen the spirit in the away end of the stadium. A few exchanges there as well between some frustrated home fans. Direction caused the opposition manager to rip up their half-time team talk. A welcome break for Zamalek. The Dreams pick up where they left off with Abdulaziz Issa pulling the strings on the edge of the Zamalek third. With a long throw forwards towards Antwi. Aguet. Over to the left to Derek Aguet. Interchange of the two. Flicked on by Antwi. It might drop here for Boateng Mensah. It's just going to skip and bounce away from him. Out for a goal kick. Another expectant roar from the home fans. Looked like it might sit up for the number 10 briefly. The spin took it away. Needs to place the safe ball back for once. Always looking to get on the attack, the teenager. Fearlessness of youth. It's given away by Suhiyini. Jaziri. Here it is, Kamal. Patched up, seemingly, and fine to continue. Zizo. Simple passes. Zamalek play keep ball for a while. Perhaps relying on wearing out their opponents, making them run. They don't really stop running, the Dreams players. Full power and attack. And then full press in defence. It's worked for them for the most part though, in this incredible run. Issa wins the battle there with Emad, takes the throw quickly. Emad springs back to his feet. It's forwards to Boateng Mensah. Looked like it might just drop for Antwi, but deflected on and gathered up by Awad. Zamalek know what it takes to get the job done in this kind of situation, and so far they are doing that. A couple of nervy moments, but they look so dangerous in attack as well. A couple of clinical moments are what separates the two sides. Dreams have to go for it now. Suhiyini committing a little too much, allowing himself to be nutmegged by Shalabi. Tamid shot from range. So the pass was to Akinyula. Zizo back to Jaziri, whipped in by Gaber. It's into the middle. Shalabi knocks it down. It doesn't find its way to Akinyula though. We spoke about Zamalek's to become the first Egyptian Super Cup winner. They're also the first Egyptian team to qualify for the FIFA Club World Cup ever when it reached the 2001 tournament. The club. Such history for the Giza outfit. Last year was a disappointing one, fell at the group stage of the Champions League, finishing behind Belouizdad and this year's finalists, Esperance, who secured their spot with a win over Mamelodi Sundowns on Friday. Yeah, they will play likely candidates. And once again, Zamalek's rivals, Al Ahly. Sugiyini on the edge of the box, looking to fire one into the corridor of uncertainty. And a corner at least. As we tick towards half-time. One goal here for Dreams would make such a difference. Currently feels like a mountain to climb. 3 goals required in the second half. But 1 goal and some momentum will do them the world of good. Corner's flicked on, nearly dropped to the back for Atu Ahene. He keeps it alive and earns another corner. Asks for VAR. Not sure exactly what the appeals are for. See if we can spot it here. Oh, presumably handball against Gaber. Dreams will just delay a little, hoping that VAR can come into effect. Looks like it may have struck the hand of Gaber. His hand wasn't in an unnatural position though, and it would have been very harsh. If it were to be given as a penalty. Very little time to react. Either way, it's just a corner for now. Punched halfway by Awad and cleared more emphatically by his captain. Gaber having survived the penalty appeal ensures his side survive a corner as Emmanuel Aguier picks up a yellow card. First booking of the game, preventing the counter for the visitors. Akinyula looking to burst away from the midfielder. Batu. We head into stoppage time, of which there'll be 3 minutes. Of course, a few stoppages caused by a few injuries. Into the box. Decision again to make for Mr. Mahamat. He waved up the Zamalek forwards. He was certainly bundled into from behind. Not enough in the eyes of the referee. Again, I'm sure VAR will check it. Complaints from Fatu are ongoing. He will now make his way back to his fullback spot. Kamal gives the ball away and is out of position here. Aguier takes it on. It's currently 5 on 4. It's a nice ball forwards as well for Aguier, who gets through, pulls it back, and it's a big save from Awad. It's still not over. Issa fires it wide and drops to the turf, head in hands. Was that the moment to spark the comeback? Not 1 but 2 opportunities. Beautifully weighted ball forwards for Aguier, who had the presence of mind to pull it back. Picked out Boateng Mensah, his shot saved. Issa waited and waited for it to drop. Nice contact, but not quite the desired direction. big moment for Dreams and a big save from Awad. He was there for the follow-up from the youngster as well. Such power on the shot. He would have struggled to stop it potentially if it had gone just inside the post. The Zamalek survive another scare and are now just 1 minute away from a 2-goal half-time lead. Maybe just looking to calm things down here a little. Ball is played forward though to Zizo on the right-hand side. Agui for company. Boateng closing in. Fatu. Goes all the way back to Mohamed Awad. Looking to draw the Dreams players out. Create a bit of space in which to operate in the opposition half, but just that press. So effective from Dreams. One back again by Emmanuel Agui. Not for long though. And this should be Zamalek through to half-time with their 2-goal lead intact. Indeed it is. Well, it's been a dream run in this tournament, but the first half of the second leg of this semi-final has been something of a nightmare for Dreams. Hamza Matlauti found his way in and unmarked at a corner, able to volley home. And then Samson Akinyula with a touch of class, doubled the lead inside half an hour. Dreams have had their moments, some big ones as well. Boateng Mensah, couple for Antwi, Abdulaziz Issa as well. They could have scored more than one. As things stand, they'll need to score 3 in the second half. It's up to Abdul Karim Zito to pick up their spirits. I'm sure they'll be a little down, but they have fought back from unlikely scenarios before on multiple occasions in this tournament. Zamalek with more of the ball, 55 to 45%, but far more shots from Dreams, 11 to 5. However, the same number on target, and all the more importantly, only 2 hitting the back of the net, and they were both for Zamalek. Reasons for optimism though for the second half for Dreams. They won't be giving up just yet. Can they make good on the dreams of those inside the Babiara Stadium? Welcome back to Kumasi for the second half of the second leg of this second semi-final between Dreams FC and Zamalek at the 2023-24 Total Energies CAF Confederation Cup. For all those seconds, well, all those twos, it is 2-0 at the halfway point, or the three-quarter way point of this tie. All to do if Dreams are to rescue an astonishing advancement into the final from the jaws of an exit. Well, they still believe in the stands. And it says still believe on the shirts. Do they still believe? 3 goals needed. Of course, 2 away goals for Zamalek. 2 won't be enough for Dreams. Really is a mountain to climb in this final 45 minutes of this semi-final tie. Final team talks, final discussions, final time that they get underway in the Confederation Cup, potentially. The fairy tale run is fizzling out. Can David fell Goliath one more time? Dreams have done so numerous times in this competition, as mentioned in the build-up. A change made by Jose Gomez. I believe the number coming off with 33, Zayed Kamal, will be replaced by number 13, 9, Mohamed Shahata. Fresh legs, maybe a fresh approach for the second half. Will they be more defensive? Let's find out. Referee blows the whistle. We are back underway in Kumasi for the second half of the second leg of the semi-final between Dreams FC and Zamalek SC. Indeed it is. Shahata on for Zayed Kamal. Immediately Dreams back on the front foot. Artur Henny picks it up just outside the area. Here's Issa. He'll look to get a shot away if he can. He can't on this occasion, but he can dribble into the box. Still going. Zamalek players dropping like flies. But in the end, Mohamed Awad reliable once again. That is a great example of what this young man can do. Abdulaziz Issa scored a stunner in the group stages, added 3 more to that tally, fighting to be top scorer. Right now, focused on whether his team, of course, can make the final above all else. And well, there was a great burst of energy and a burst into the box, right to the byline. In the end, though, falling over as he either struck the shot or cross. Will he get another chance here, because it's been given away to Aguier, who carries on, might go himself. It's into the middle, somehow doesn't find a Dreams player. Zamalek haven't woken up at the start of this second half. Now Suhiyini, he drills one, drills it a little too hard. Awad tells his defenders to calm down. You can see why. 6s and 7s, to borrow a cliche. I think aiming for Boateng Mensah there. Aguier all the way through to Suhiyini, who I think was trying to again drill it into the corridor of uncertainty, but leant back and drilled it over the top of the net. A slip from Awad as he took the goal kick is about the only foot the keeper has put wrong. So important in this tie. Dreams have had their moments. One huge save from Awad late in the first half. Huge opportunity it was for Boateng Mensah. Now down the other end, Solomon Agbazi called upon. Sure enough, handling from Agbazi as well. to set away his side. Now down the left wing, and it is a frenetic start to the second half. Not really what Zamalek would want. They'd like a nice, calm 45 minutes that they can assuredly see out their lead. Zizo goes down and wins a free kick, which will help them slow things down, calm things down. Bundled over, I believe, by Eric Danzo Boateng. Batu. It's the set away, Shalabi. Nicely worked. It's inside for tipped over. Optimistic shot. Agbazi having to look lively. Here it opened up there for the substitute, Mohamed Shahata. Corner kick duties left to Zizo. Headed away easily enough by Dreams, but they can't afford to be defending really at any point. Yes, there is 40 minutes, but it will fly by, as it tends to do when you need 3 goals. Going to open up again here for Shahata. Lays it off this time. Zizo is still up on the left-hand side from that corner. He's generally playing on the right-hand side. At least was in the first half. Couldn't find a way past McCarthy Ofori. Corner taken short, and then taken far too long, ultimately. Not the best delivery. Antwi to Atuahene. Aguier overhits his pass. Akinula over to Zizo. There's space here for Zamalek. The overlap is building up. Shalabi's cross stopped by Ofori. Comes back to the winger. Gets a shot away. Comfortable for Agbazi. A little disappointment audible in the crowd. Dressed up for the occasion. The occasion is not going their way. Oh, Shahata involved heavily in his 5 minutes on the pitch. One testing shot, a few other benches down that left-hand side. It was a pretty much straight swap for Kamal. Picked up a knock. Presume that's the reason. Out comes Agbazi. Had to get there and did. Read the bounce of the ball. In the end, had to put it out to safety. Zamalek looked to get straight back underway with the keeper returning to his line. Zizo plays it inside to Akinula. He lays it off to Jaziri. Here's Shalabi. Shepherded out wisely and calmly by the Dreams defence. Eric Danzo Boateng with a cool head. And they're still giving it everything, pressing high up the pitch. It's won them the ball back in the Zamalek half several times. And the Egyptian side are certainly sitting deeper in this second half. They know that they'll be able to counter. Dreams have to push on. Simply their only option Again, frustration in the stands. There's another long ball. Sails out of play. Derek Aguier giving up the chase. Mohamed Awad, 31-year-old, been with Zamalek since 2019. Before that, had been with Ismaili since the age of 10. 2 caps for Egypt, and showing why over the course of this game. Zizo's ball in, headed by Afori nearly to Akinyula. Nice little disguised pass from Issa. To Ahene, sends it out right. Back to Issa. He knocks it on for Antwi, who beats Awad to the ball. Doesn't beat his defender though. Issa again, waiting for Antwi to amble back on side. Boateng floats it in. Only finds Fatu though. Zizo back on the right-hand side. Again, experience just to calm things down. Spoke about his involvement with the winning penalty in 2019 in the final. He's experienced well beyond that though. One of the most impressive performers in the Egyptian Premier League year on year. He's one of the most impressive in this tournament. Pushes on. Issa finds Boateng Mensah. He wanted Suhiyini nearer. Nonetheless, it remains with Dreams. And with Suhiyini, gets it back. There's space this time to put the ball into the middle. Looking for Antwi. Doesn't get to the centre forward in time. And there's space for Akinyula to run into, able to carry the ball over the halfway line unchallenged. Dreams players getting back, but I think a few tired legs now. Zamalek not looking overly inclined to make the most of that space though. They'd rather slow things down again and play keep ball in the Dreams half. Shahata, who does look more lively. There's still 35 minutes, and either Dreams are already running out of energy or they're trying to conserve it. The time is of the essence. Well, the pressure from Boateng Mensah wins the ball back for the home side. Zamalek, of course, without their captain, Shikabala. Even by Abdul Aziz Issa's standards, that was a rather optimistic effort. A long, long way out. There will be a change, another one for Zamalek. Ready to come on. Seemingly replacing Zizo, unless he's just come over for a word. I think it is the latter. Zizo remains on the pitch. Either way, ready to come on is Ahmed Hamdi, and it is the goal scorer who will make way. Samson Akinyula. The beautifully taken goal. His part has been played. And on comes Ahmed Hamdi, the midfielder, and here's a defensive change. In terms of the shape of the side, presumably Jaziri will be a standalone striker now. Appear to be alongside Akinyula. Hamdi is an attacking-minded midfielder, though. It's a long way from parking the bus here. That's nicely worked, but snuffed out again by the Dreams defence. who've been a long way from out of their depth here. Just 2 clinical moments from Zamalek. Too much for them to handle. There's Jaziri, and it's broken kindly here. It's on goal, and it's the third. And surely that's job done. Mustafa Shalabi has put Zamalek surely beyond doubt into the final of the Confederation Cup. Might well earn himself a yellow card in the process, removing his shirt. Well, it was Saif Eddin Jaziri with the all-important ball. Went through the legs, I think, of McCarthy Afori. And in on goal, Shalabi able to keep his head and find the bottom corner. Another to score his first goal of the tournament. As he retrieves his shirt, he will collect his yellow card. Well, Matt Lauti has scored twice before this game. But the other two first-time scorers at the biggest moment. Finally, Abdul Karim Zito makes his first change. And he'll make 2. Last-ditch attempt to rescue an unlikely comeback in this semi-final. They need to score 4 now in half an hour. Off comes John Antwi. Is that the end of his tournament? On in his place, Yabi Chris Gade. The 21-year-old replaces the 31-year-old, the elder statesman in the dream setup. The average age must now be around 20. And the other change, seeing Suhiyini replaced by Ismail Dede. Another one not exactly upping the average age, 22-year-old right winger. It is going for broke here, attacking change. There is going to be no damage limitation. Dreams don't care if they lose this 10-0. They're going to go down fighting. Quite literally, it would appear, in the case of Aguier. Bundles into Shahata. Well, such a young side. Maybe the occasion did get to them. They had opportunities. And they did make a few mistakes at the back. Let's not speak like this is over. The Confederation Cup's comeback kings won't be giving up just yet. 4 goals? No problem. If they're going to score, they're going to have to get the ball back first, though. Zamalek assuredly passing it around their back line. They did sit back a little more in this second half to protect against a dangerous Dream side. And they were also offered up more space in the final third, and they made the most of it, and that's very nicely done again by Jaziri, who created the third goal. Back heel for Zizo. Here there was a third change. made by Abdul Karim Zito. Sylvester Simba also coming on. Is there going to be a fourth goal here? Zito cuts inside. Shot blocked by McCarthy Afori. And I think the offside flag seemingly up against the Egyptian anyway. Speaking of Zito, that was a very tight call. Mentioned his prowess in the Egyptian Premier League. He was the top scorer in the season before last. 19 goals as Zamalek claimed the title. Second top scorer last year with 13, but top of the assist chart. Also 13 of those, another impressive campaign. And this season, despite Al Ahly's, or rather Zamalek's, limited number of games and relative struggles, he is still joint 6th with 6 goals after just 13 matches. And we're surprising not to see him on the score sheet so far in this semi-final. Mentioning their struggles, Zamalek, of course, also a giant on the Egyptian scene as they are on the African one. Their 5 Champions League titles, joint second best behind their rivals Al Ahly. Also second best when it comes to their crosstown nemesis in the Egyptian Premier League title battle. Very impressive 14 titles is nonetheless dwarfed by Al Ahly's 43. They only managed 3rd last campaign, hence their appearance in this competition rather than the Champions League. Finished 13 points behind second place Pyramids and 23 behind dominant Al Ahly. Second also in Egypt Cups, a little closer, 28-39, the two having met in this year's final. Al Ahly coming out 2-0 winners. The old rivals are level on points again this season, but not where they might expect to be. Al Ahly only 11th and Zamalek 12th. It is a very mixed up table though. As I mentioned, Zamalek having played 13, Al Ahly only 11, whilst Z in second have played 20. Of course, Zamalek and Al Ahly going, it would appear, both into the final of their respective continental competitions. Nonetheless, though, a disappointing first third of the season for both, just 6 wins each. I expect better. Dreams look to push on. There is still a quarter of this game to go. Their corner punched away, though, by Awad. That's well worked, and there's so much space here. Over to Shalabi on the left. Waits for the cavalry to arrive. Shahata puts it in, only finds the Dreams captain, Jalilu. Issa waiting for the cavalry to get ahead of him, but Dreams are looking a bit tired now in truth. And that's a lot asked of Derekage. He did it though, cuts inside. And in fact, to correct myself, it was Ismail Dede, substitute, explaining perhaps the ability to bring that ball down. Stretch of that right leg. Ultimately though, lacking in final product. Sylvester Simba was brought on for Derekage. That's a change of shape from Abdul Karim Zito. Nothing new. In a shot from just outside the Zamalek box. That one was Simba. The spin and nearly the goal from Boateng Mensah. But he buries his head in his hands, not for the first time this evening. Would have been a tight call. I think he was just onside. just agonisingly rolled beyond that far post. We are now into the final quarter. A little over 67.5 minutes. 75% mark. And Dreams lived up to their nickname and kept believing. And I think even they now, seeing the reality of the situation, a little over 20 minutes to score 4 goals against one of Africa's very best sides, the top seeds of this competition. Former winners, former multiple Champions League winners, taking on a little Ghanaian club. They have been the little Ghanaian club that could, though, already a history-making run to the semi-finals. Their first attempt on the continent. Their run to the quarter-final alone marked the first time in 20 years that a Ghanaian club had reached that stage. They went one further still to the semis, and they dared to dream, fittingly. The dreams are crumbling now, though. And yet still, they continue to win the ball in the Zamalek half. A little careless, maybe a little complacent, and just whipping in, but ahead of Boateng Mensah. It was Boateng, Eric Danzo Boateng, that is, once again. The centre-back likes to whip in a ball from the left-hand side. He's done so to great effect a couple of times. Zamalek go through the motions, hold on to the ball, frustrate Dreams, frustrate the home fans. As long as they have the ball, they know they'll have a 3-goal lead. And they are generally very efficient at keeping the ball. They have made a surprising number of mistakes in their own half in this game. Maybe a few nerves for them as well. Talk about uncharted territory for Dreams. Like it's not the kind of match that would produce a few butterflies, whatever level of experience you find yourself with. Maybe the likes of Zizo have gone to the latter stages of the biggest tournaments on the continent. We'll feel fewer nerves, but these are the kind of games that you dream about when you get into football as a youngster. For Dreams, of course, they have to wonder if they'll ever get back here. Well, perhaps not ever, but in the near future. They've done themselves very proud, and their nation. And still, they look, and Abdul Aziz Issa looks to perhaps end this tournament as he started it, with a beauty from just outside the area. Drawing in his man, running along the 18-yard line, and that wasn't far away from the far corner. Mohamed Awad rooted to the spot that time. I'm sure if they did grab one back now, they wouldn't be thinking of it even slightly as a consolation. They've often scored a second soon after scoring their first. Zizo finds Ahmed Hamdi and bolts down the right wing. There'll be another double change. Off comes another goal scorer in Mustafa Shalabi. Saeed Abdallah waiting to replace him. 24-year-old midfielder. Again, just to shore things up with a bit of midfield solidity. Can play it right back as well. Also coming on, Nasser Mansi there, who is a forward and will now lead the line for Zamalek in this final 20 minutes or so. Played for Egypt's under-23 side, not experienced the first senior cap just as yet, but a very experienced player, Mansi. Dreams earn another corner. Sylvester Simba looking lively on that right-hand side. It's first piece of defending to do for Mansi though. The near post heads away a corner. Agye likes to switch the play. Does so very well. Nicely brought down as well by Dede. He lays it back to Gede. Agye again. Issa for company. Rather laid up for Simba. It was an optimistic through ball, trying to split the lines. Jalilu goes back to his goalkeeper. Agbazi goes long. Doesn't just go long though. Manages to pick out Dede. Into the final quarter of an hour. And to their spirit still visible. To their credit, Dreams still playing the way they always have done in this competition. The head's dropping though. Abdulaziz Issa there. I'm sure he'll be reliving that big chance late in the first half. Ball dropped to him. Struck it cleanly, but just wide. That one not such a clean strike. He did claim a deflection, didn't get the decision. And a final chance for refreshments and advice from the sidelines. Worth remembering, this side is full of teenagers and players in their very early 20s. They have defied expectations throughout this tournament. Topped a group in which they were a long way from favourites. Club Africain and Rivers were clearly expected to go through at the start of the group stage campaign. Dreams found a way to finish at the top and found a way past Stade Malien in the quarter-finals. As you can see there, established 2008. The club has only lasted about a decade and a half so far. Also a teenager. And astonishing for it to be at this stage of this tournament already. said, you wonder whether they will be back here anytime soon. I was basing that on the fact that obviously currently struggling in the Ghanaian Premier League. There was that unexpected run to the FA Cup last year that took them here. There's nothing to say they can't do that again and repeat the feat once onto the continental stage. Zamalek have continued to dominate possession more and more in truth. Dreams have gone for more and more desperate shots. Let's see, they had 4 shots on target at the halfway point. I believe from memory from 11 shots, so 6, none of which were on target in this second half. A few from range, a few that perhaps should have hit the target early on. Lively start to the second half. But they couldn't make the most of it until Karim Zito wants things to get underway, but there will be one more change for him to wait out. 5th and final change made by Jose Gomez. On comes Mustafa Awad El Zenari. He replaces Ahmed Fatou. Defender for defender. No need to change the shape now for Jose Gomez. I have to say, everything has gone perfectly to plan for the Portuguese. And Zamalek hang on to the ball in the Dreams' third, rather. Looking for a 4th. That will go out for a goal kick. Jose Gomez, 53-year-old Portuguese. Fascinating career path. This is his 21st different club. He's had 2 stints at 2 of those clubs, as well as 3 at another. If you can be a journeyman as a 53-year-old manager, he is that. Of course, a number of clubs in his native Portugal, but some other interesting ones as well. Has ventured into Saudi Arabia with Al Ahly and Al Tawoun, and then even to Reading in England, former Premier League club. He was in charge there between 2018 and 2019. Joined Zamalek earlier this year in February, appointed on a 1.5-year contract, and so far everything going pretty swimmingly as he now surely has brought them to the Confederation Cup final. Calmly chested back by the Zamalek captain, Omar Geba. Kind of efficient play you'd expect from former champions. They are getting the job done, and it's been far from scrappy. Only complaints Jose Gomez can really have are their penchant for giving the ball away a little in their own third, in their own half. They might have found themselves punished for those mistakes on another day, and I'm sure they would find themselves punished in the final, whether that be against Uzma or RS Bakan. See a shot of the pitch there. Jose Gomez acknowledged the challenges that his side would face in the second leg, including the heat, the humidity, and the condition of the pitches in Kumasi. They've overcome all those challenges, though. He said, "We missed the target many times in Cairo, but we can score in Ghana. They have done that with aplomb. 3 goals. Looking for a fourth. Zizo chips it on forwards, and it's so close to being a fourth. Nice idea, the finish. Great vision and execution from Zizo. Run time to perfection as well, but the finish not quite matching up. Nasser Mansi looking for his super sub goal. Down goes Dede. Little unsightly, that challenge from the substitute. And Zanari with the greatest first involvement of note in the game. And it is a free kick from just outside the box. A cute angle from which to try and score. But of course, can't be ruled out, and Mohamed Awad will build a two-man wall in the shape of Zizo and Abdallah. Meanwhile, the battle goes on in the middle. It is a shot at goal. Dede, the man who won the free kick, trying to convert it, but well over in the end in truth. Zizo. Zamalek now in their element. That is, however, given away by Hamdi. Can Dreams at least get themselves a semi-final goal? Even if it would surely now be nothing but a commiseratory one. Boateng Mensah going down and earning a free kick, or staying down whilst Atua Heni was also bundled over, and I think it was the latter who earned the free kick. Well, deep in thought, Abdul Karim Zito, also a pretty experienced coach. Not been to quite as many homes as his opposite number today, the man in the opposite dugout, but a seasoned coach, former player. Has worked with Ghana Premier League clubs such as Asante Kotoko and Mediama, who produced a good showing in the Champions League this campaign. Also some Ghanaian youth sides, under 15s, under 20s. This will surely be his crowning glory, though, in terms of his achievements as a head coach. Dreams look despondent now, but they can go home with their heads held high. They came up against a formidable opponent in Zamalek. One of many that they've encountered along the way. This proved to be one step too far. But into the final four of the Confederation Cup is certainly an achievement to be so proud of this young Ghanaian side. 2 minutes plus stoppage time remain, as I think we will have potentially a final change from Karim Zito. Off comes Agyenim Boateng Mensah to be replaced by Francis Odum. Unfortunately, a permanent problem for the 26-year-old. He's replaced by 22-year-old Francis Odum. Midfielder might play a little further up the pitch than has previously been the case for his side. And it's been far from an embarrassment as well. Worth pointing out, the tie might have looked all but over for at least 20 minutes since that third goal went in, really. But 3-0 on aggregate against one of Africa's most decorated sides. Can they hold out though? Will it be 4? Here comes Omar Geba into the middle. Only finds his fellow captain Abdul Jalilu though. Zizo waiting in the middle, looking to join Abdulaziz Issa and Jonan Tui as joint top scorers of the competition. He won't be scoring unless it is direct from this corner. So takes it short. Gives himself the opportunity to do just that, and it's a lovely exchange. Still going on the spin. The shot was straight at Solomon Akbazi in the end, who looks to set away one of his forwards. Of course, it's Abdul Aziz Issa, who continues to wriggle this way and that and make life difficult for Zamalek defenders, ultimately crowded out on this occasion and giving away a free kick. Into additional time we go, of which there will be 3 minutes. Unless Dreams can score every 30 seconds in that 3 minutes. This is the end of their journey. What a journey it has been, but it will be Zamalek who will surely now go on to the final of the Confederation Cup, where they will await either USM Alger or RS Berkane. Yes, all this by Zamalek without their captain. As I said, Shikabala, 38-year-old, out injured. Ruled out with a muscle issue, which was sustained during training in Ghana. He will have still been in and around the squad, of course, so valuable presence as ever. Dede still running at the fullbacks. Not going to let them rest easy just yet. Eventually running into trouble though, a wall of white. And it's Zizo who brings it away down the other end. Boateng tracking back. Enough pace to stop Zizo from just strolling into the penalty area. Exchanges passes with another man on since the first whistle. Nabil Ahmed has kept things ticking over in midfield. Another quiet but assured performance from the number 8. Zizo now over on the left-hand side, trying to dink a ball into the box. Pass cut out. And Zamalek looking to hold on to the ball through to the final whistle here, which will come in a little under 20 seconds. Will there be a final flourish? No. Miscommunication. Run down the left wing stopped. And And instead, it will be Solomon Agbazi with the final touch of what has been an amazing run for Dreams, but one that comes to an end. It is dream over for the Ghanaian club. Zamalek go on to the final of the Confederation Cup. 3-0 winners. Mohamed Awad there pointing to the badge. He played a huge part in taking his team to the final. Big saves, mostly in the first half. Particularly impressive one from Akinim Boateng Mensah. Ball across his body. Stuck out a strong glove and deflected it away. There is the goal.